everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I've got another layout in our Keep or Purge series. This one I am using the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Great Escape collection, and I had not touched this collection, so I think, did it come out last year? Wait, it's here in front of me. Let's see, did it come out last year? I feel like it did. Does it have the date? I don't think it has the date, but I feel like it came out last year. Now, this layout is going to look strange because I have 7 photos on this layout. However, the photos are from my son's bestie's 5th birthday party. So, except for the one photo in the middle, which is Lincoln, the other photos all have other people's children in them, and I'm not prepared to put those on the internet, obviously without approval from all of their parents, and there's quite a lot of children in these photos, so I elected to just leave them off. So just picture these green squares as having 3x3 sized photos of lots of smiling children having a grand old time at a football themed birthday party outside. They're the pictures. So the middle picture is my son. He is actually wearing a football Guernsey or jumper that he borrowed from his best friend. This was the start of his love of football. Now, my son is now kind of obsessed with football. So when I say football, I should clarify, I mean Australian rules football, which is different to soccer, which is often what the rest of the world calls football, and they call it that in Australia as well. But it is Australian rules football. And so we are not a sport family. We are a music family, if you didn't know that already. Both my partner and I are musicians. We play instruments. My partner is that's his career. He's a teacher. He conducts, he plays, he does all the things. And while my partner was quite sporty in his younger days, that's certainly not the case now for either of us. And so his obsession with football, Lincoln's obsession with football, is quite amusing to us because that has not been fostered by us at all. But he asked for a Melbourne Football Club, so that's his team that he barracks for, not the colours that are shown in this photo. That is Collingwood, for those who understand Australian rules football. He's wearing a Collingwood jumper, but he has chosen to barrack for Melbourne, which technically is my team, but his cousins, that is their team, and they are quite the football fan. So he's been swept into their kind of world of football. So he got all Melbourne Football Club things for Christmas this year. So he now has a Melbourne footy jumper. He's got footy shorts. He's got T-shirts. He's got a doona cover. He's got beach towels. He's got a hat. All Melbourne Football Club. So he's loving life. And yeah, anyway, he's at a football themed party. It's the outdoors. I decided to use the Great Escape collection. Now, this is not my favourite Cocoa Vanilla Studio collection. However, I think I say it's not my favourite because we don't do a lot of outdoorsy stuff. And this is all about, there's lots of campfires and camping and very much outdoorsy, as the name suggests, the Great Escape. So I think this collection is lovely for those who do a lot of that type of adventuring in their lives, and they take a lot of photos of that. Am I going to purge it? No, I'm not. Sorry, I can't get rid of Cocoa Vanilla Studio. Not yet, anyway. I'm going to give it a little bit more time because my son, we do play outside a lot. We just don't go kind of camping or anything like that. But that's okay. We'll use up as much of it as we can, and then we might pass it on to someone who does do a lot of camping. But the colours are lovely. It's true Cocoa Vanilla Studio. You know, it's that beautiful kind of watercolory style. And so I really like it. So I have created a grid layout, as you can see, which is one of my go-to layouts, particularly when I want to put a lot of photos on a page. I just really love the grid layout. And for someone that doesn't measure anything, I love how clean they look. But anyway, I've got the grid layout, so I've got 2 spaces in my grid that I don't have photos in, so they have become my photo clusters. I do add a couple of tiny word strips to my photos. You can sort of see I've already placed them on the page. I'm not sticking them down, obviously, my photos aren't there, but I have put 2 chipboard word phrases. So I've got so much fun and wild thing. They don't end up in quite that exact position when I actually add the photos, but they are on the page. But I'm kind of not really counting them as embellishment clusters. I guess they kind of are, but those 2 large ones are obviously my focus. So I've got my fun times ahead, which is my title, which I've taken from the chipboard sheet. And then I've created another cluster in the bottom right. And I'm adding some of the little tiny puffy stars, which I love. I think this is my favorite thing from this collection. Yeah, and so this was a very fast layout to come together. Obviously, I didn't stick all the photos down, but I did it as soon as I finished this layout, and I took a photo of the layout without my pictures on it. I then came back, stuck my pictures on, and it's already done. It's away. I've journaled on it. We're finished. So it was a nice and quick layout. So this is the collection. I got everything in the collection, which I tend to do with Cocoa Vanilla Studio, and so I am going to hold on to it. I don't know how long for, but I am going to hold on to it. So here is my close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.